Hello, welcome to my channel. It's Carolyn from the Purple Poncho. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this circle square that is a 12-inch square, and it's using 5 colors with lots of texture. Here's the front. You can see some of the colors peeking through on the opposite rows here. And we have a little bit of working in the back loop here. And here's the back side. This side is mainly flat all the way around. So one side looks completely different than the other. So this side doesn't have any texture above the work. It's all flat. And then the front side has a lot going on. So let's make this square. Using a J hook, 6.0 millimeter, and I'm using number 4 weight yarn. Place a slip knot on your hook and chain 4. Okay, so the first 3 chains is going to count as your first double crochet, and we're going to place 11 double crochets in that very first chain down here at the bottom. So let's do that. Let's put 11 double crochet in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Next, we're going to count up on that first chain 3. Well, it was chain 4. The fourth chain is this, actually now becomes this hole here. So 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in there on that top chain. And now we have 12 double crochet. For the next round, we're going to be placing 2 double crochet in each stitch around. So chain 3 counts as our first double crochet, and put another double crochet in that same stitch. So there's 2. My yarn is got a little tangle there. Okay. Alright. So we'll just continue making double crochets, and we're going to place 2 double crochet stitches in every stitch around. So in the same stitch, put another one. So there's 1 and 2. Continue this around. At my last stitch, placing 2 double crochet, 1, 2, count up to the 3rd chain of our first chain 3 and put a slip stitch in there. So we should have 24 stitches on round 2, and you would just end off your yarn and grab your next color. Okay, so round 3 it's going to be worked differently. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn our work over. So this is the wrong side facing, And we're going to start with a standing front post double crochet. So how we do that, yarn over. We can start in any stitch. Okay, it doesn't matter. So you can pull your stitches apart a little bit so you can see your stitches. So I'll start right here. So I have my yarn over already on my hook. Insert your hook front to back and back to front. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. That's our first stitch. Next, we're going to do that again in the next stitch, but we're going to do it twice. So again, making a front post double crochet, and then we're going to make another one in the same, around the same stitch. So now we have one front post double crochet in the first stitch, and we have 2 in the next stitch. And we're going to alternate this all the way around. So we're going to do one front post double crochet in the next stitch, okay, and then we're going to do 2 front post double crochets in the next stitch. So there's 1, 2. Okay, show you one more time. We're going to do 1, and then we're going to make 2 in the same stitch. That's what's going to make that little color pop underneath. It's going to raise up this V stitch on the front, and then it's going to have the other color underneath. Okay, so this is the right side facing, and this is the back of our stitches here. So continue this all the way around. Do 1 front post double crochet in the next stitch and 2 front post double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat it all the way around. See over here. Completing my last stitch of round 3, placing 2 front post double crochet in that last stitch, and then slip stitch to the beginning stitch. Okay, this is round 3, and this is the wrong side facing, and you should have 36 front post double crochet stitches. Round 4, we're going to turn. So we have right side facing again, and to begin this round, I like to make the alternate double crochet stitch. So holding your finger on top of your yarn and your needle to keep the tension here, wrap it around your hook, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull the loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, grabbing it here to hold it, pull through 2. So that's going to count as our first double crochet. We're going to place a double crochet in the next stitch. That's 2 double crochet. The next stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochet stitches. 1, 2. And then we're going to start the same sequence again. Place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and again in the next stitch. 2 double crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2. So repeat this all the way around. Coming around to my last stitch, place 2 double crochet in the last stitch, and then slip stitch to that beginning double crochet. End off your yarn, and that's round 4. You should have 48 double crochet stitches in round 4. And I recommend double checking and counting, because in this row it can be a little repetitive in your stitching, and sometimes you're going to miss putting 2 in 1 stitch. Okay? Alright, so now rounds 5 through 8 are going to be repeating rounds 3 and 4. So we're going to repeat round 3 again, getting a new color, and I will show you the beginning of what we did in round 3. And there's a slight, we're going to increase 1 stitch. So going into any stitch, we're doing a front post double treble again. My yarn over, insert front to back and back to front. Complete our double crochet as usual. So we're going to put 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. So we have one front post double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and 2 front post double crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2. So we're going to have 3 double crochet and then 2 in the next stitch. Okay, I think I'm saying that wrong still. 3 front post double crochet and then 2 front post double crochet in the next stitch. So front post double crochet in the next stitch. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to put 2 front post double crochet in the next stitch. There's 1 and 2. So keep repeating this sequence all the way around. And now my last stitch. 2 front post double crochet in the same stitch. Slip stitch to the beginning stitch and turn. So this is the end of round 5, and you should have 60 front post double crochets. And we're going to repeat round 4 for round 6. Doing an alternate double crochet for the beginning stitch. Now we're going to add 1 more stitch, and we're going to do 4 double crochets. So we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2. Repeat that around. 4 double crochet. And then 2 in the next stitch. So at the end of round 6, we should have 72 double crochet. My last little section here, putting 4 double crochet and 2 stitches in the last stitch. Slip stitch to the top of that, first double crochet, finding that V there on top, and end off. Okay, so we've completed round 6. Now round 7, I'm going to put wrong side facing, so turn your work and your new color, repeating round 3 one more time, going in any stitch, just pick this one, front post double crochet. I'm going to put one of these in the next 5 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 2 front post double crochet in the next stitch, or around the next post. So that's our sequence for round 7. 5 double crochet, 2 in the next stitch, 5 front post double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 2 front post double crochet around the next stitch. Okay, so repeat that all the way around, and at the end of this round we're going to have 84 front post double crochet stitches. My last stitch, we're going to place 2 front post double crochet to end my round, and then slip stitch to the beginning stitch. Okay, that's round 7, and we have 84 front post double crochet stitches. So turn, right side facing. Round 8 is going to be 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So we will have 84 double crochet. Oops. Okay. Starting my row with the alternate double crochet. And I'm going to go over this tail as I'm crocheting around this last round. So 1 double crochet in each stitch around. Total of 84 double crochet. Okay, so I've ended round 8 with a slip stitch to the beginning stitch and ending off the yarn. Next, in round 9, we're going to be making corners. So I've gone ahead and placed my stitch markers in to make the corners. So what you do is I placed my first stitch marker in any stitch, and it doesn't matter which one. So just place your first one in any stitch, and from there you're going to count 21 stitches. So you don't count the one you just put your stitch marker in, but you start with the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So in the 21st stitch, put another stitch marker. Then begin counting again, starting with the stitch after the stitch marker, like we just did. That's it, that one right here, the empty one. Start from here and count 21 stitches and put another stitch marker. Start here on my left hand, 21. Right here, put your stitch marker, and again you should have 21 between your last stitch marker and your beginning stitch marker, so make sure you count these to have 21 stitches as well. Okay, so once you have those all counted out and put your stitch markers in, and you can begin. So we start with a standing treble stitch, and you can start in any corner stitch that you want that has a stitch marker. So I'm just going to put my hook right in that stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And we start by making the corners. So we put one treble, and then another treble stitch in the same stitch, chain 2, and then put 2 more trebles in the same stitch. 1 and 2. Here's our first corner. And we're going to be working on the side now. And this is going to make it a little more square. We're starting to make it square. So we're going to put 1 treble stitch in the next 4 stitches. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. 2 half double in the next, well, 1 half double in the next 2 stitches. So here's 1 half double crochet and another half double crochet. Now 2 singles, 1, 2, and now we're going to start. Okay, so we're increasing here, and then we went decreasing, and now we're going to increase back up here to the next corner. So we're going to repeat this same sequence, only in the opposite direction. Meaning we're going to do 2 half double, 3 double, 4 treble. So we do 2 half double, 1, 2, 3 doubles, 1, 2, 3, and then put 4 trebles. 1, 2, 3, and that last treble goes in the last stitch here before the corner. So that's our 4th treble, and that should be 24 stitches. Now we start our next side, so we're going to make another corner where our stitch marker is. You can take them out or leave them in, it's up to you. I like to leave them in. So we're going to do 2 treble in the same stitch in the corner, chain 2, and 2 more treble in the same stitch. Okay, there's our second corner. So we're starting to make it a square now. It's taking shape. And we're going to repeat the same sequence we just did on this first side all the way around until we get back to our beginning corner. Finishing my last stitch here, round 9, slip stitch to the beginning stitch, and you should have a total of 96 stitches, which is 24 stitches on each side. Now to begin round 10, I'm going to slip stitch into that chain 2 space in the corner here. So go over, slip stitch 2 times. Now chain 3, which counts as your half double crochet, and a chain 1. And then we're going to half double crochet and then same space, and that is our corner. We're going to be working just a half double crochet in each stitch. I'm getting ahead to the next round. Okay, so we're just making a half double crochet in each stitch. And then in the corner, we're going to place 1 half double crochet, chain 2, 1 half double crochet. Alright, I'm coming around to my last couple of stitches here, and we did our slip stitches to get over to this corner at the beginning of the round. So I'm just going to work my stitches, kind of ignoring, oops, half double crochet, kind of ignoring that we've done those slip stitches as best as you can. So just putting your hook in there. Okay, and then to end the round, slip stitch to that second stitch of the chain 3 that we did. So you have 1 chain here in the corner, that's for the corner. Alright, so it's really taking shape now. You can just stretch it out a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to add a row of color. So we have 2 more rows. So round 11 and 12, and then we'll be done. So this was round 10. And we have 104 stitches all the way around, and we have 26 stitches on each side. So, okay, so I'm going to end off that row, or color I mean. Okay. And now I'm going to use this color again. You can use any color that you want. And we're going to do another row of half double crochet, and we're going to do exactly the same as round 10, except we're going to go in the 3rd back loop. So looking at your stitches, it's going to be this back loop here. So we have a V on the back, and we have a V on the front. So let's start. Okay, so start in any corner, it doesn't matter what corner you start in. A standing half double crochet. Through all 3. Chain 2. Half double crochet in the same space. Okay, that's our corner. And now, looking at the back, you can see this bar here going across, but we're going to pick up that first stitch. Don't forget the first one. And we're going to put 1 half double crochet in the back loop, back 3rd loop, in each stitch across. And for this round, we're going to have We're going to have 28 stitches on each side, and our stitch count is 112 stitches all the way around. Okay, so in each corner, when you get to the corner, just go right into that chain 2 space. Half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and then continue in the back loop again on all 4 sides. Finishing my last stitch here, we're going to slip stitch to that beginning stitch from our corner, beginning corner, and end off your yarn. Here's how it's looking. And for the last round, okay, well, This round again has 28 stitches and 28 stitches on each side and 112 stitches around. Now the last round, round 12, we're going to work 3 single crochet in each corner and then 1 single crochet in the back loop only on the sides. So starting in any corner, standing single crochet, place 3 single crochet, and then working in the back loop, third back loop, 1 single crochet in the third back loop, across. And in this row, we're going to have 31 stitches on each side, okay, and then 124 stitches all the way around. So 124 single crochet. So I'll see you back over here. Finish the round by slip stitch to the beginning single crochet and end up your yarn. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on how to make this circle square. Now I would like to show you how I weave in the ends along this top circle area so that it doesn't show a knot and it will look the same all the way around. So I'm going to take out when I end it off, and then pull this up, pull it through, and I don't do this till after I've done all my stitching. Go under the V, pull it closely together, and then go back down that first, well, I shouldn't say first, go back down that, it's really the last V. See that? Now we want to make the leg around that goes across the bottom. I'm just going to catch it underneath. There. And then I'll go down. Center. You could even come down here and make your knot. Might be easier. It's up to you. But I definitely recommend a knot. Because this could definitely come apart. For sure it would come apart because it would pull open easily. So you definitely have to have a good secure knot. This is probably a better spot to do it. So I put one knot and then I double it up, make another knot. And then you can just run it around the base here of these stitches. Pull it underneath that stitch here. Yeah, it looks better. So that's how I that's how I end off my yarn and weave in the end there, just along that surface crocheted area. Well, it's not really surface crochet, but along the ridge. It looks all continuous all the way around with the V's. So I hope you guys will give that a try. So you do that on the pink and the green and the blue, or whatever color combination you have. Just do that on all the circles here. Okay, and then just weave in the rest of your ends like you normally would. But since this one, I think it looks better if you have a continuous V all the way around. And you can use this technique on lots of different finishings. I like to use it on granny squares, like probably up here I would do it. And, you know, whatever projects you feel it would look good on. So let me measure. I forgot to measure. Make sure I have 12 inches. And then once you're done with your sewing in all your ends, then you can block it. This matches my yarn. So let's see, just laying flat, it's pretty much exactly 12 inches. But you can block it and give it the exact shape you like. You know, even out these corners and stuff like that. And so here's the back. Again, it's just all flat. And you can even have this as the front if you prefer. And then the other side, I like this as my front with all the texture. So you have some texture going on along the edging and definitely in the middle. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on how to make the circle square. Please follow me at thepurpleponcho.com, and you can tag me with @thepurpleponcho on Instagram. I would love to see your squares. So thanks for crocheting with me today, and have a great day.